guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to show you how to remove a gas tank off a Softail Street Bob. Most of this will be basically the same for all Softails. The only difference will be some will have the dash mount on top of the gas tank, which you'll have to remove, but it's basically the same thing. Like all the removal stuff, it'll be basically the same thing. As you can see here though, my gas tank is already off because I had taken it in to get it painted at Lucky13 Paint Shop. And this is the gas tank off right here. I had to get rid of that gigantic Harley logo. I don't know why they put one so huge on it, because I think it looks way better with a smaller, more discreet logo. So I figured it would probably be easier to show you how to remove the tank with it actually off, because then I can show you the actual components that are actually connected to the tank. Also, I'll show you guys how to remove the actual fuel pump out of the gas tank, which goes right there. And it's basically just held in by 5 T25 bolts. So here's the fuel pump right here. I just got it all wrapped up right now. So if we just remove this, that's basically what the fuel pump looks like. So to remove the gas tank, sometimes it's easier to take a look at it once the gas tank's actually removed. There will be two mounting bolts, one at the front right here, and then also one at the back right here. And then there are basically two lines that you need to connect to the actual gas tank itself. This is your fuel line right here. And then this is your vent line. And those will be connected to the fuel pump. Once it's back on, your fuel line goes in there and your vent line goes right there. And in order to get the fuel line out, all you gotta do is just push up on this collar right here, like that. And then pull straight down. But before you do that, you need to disconnect this connector from connector right here for the fuel pump. This connector right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Right here is right underneath the bike, just above the front cylinder. Right there. So you're gonna pull that out because you need to purge the line. So you need to disconnect that and then start the bike. It won't start obviously, but it'll get rid of the excess pressure that's in the line. And once you do that a couple times, then you can disconnect the fuel line and then the vent line. Take the front bolt out, rear bolt, and the tank just slides straight up. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm trying to do here. I'm gonna try to put this fuel pump back in. It was a little bit of a not struggle, but it was kind of tricky getting out because of the shape of it, but hopefully it's not too difficult getting it back in. It basically goes like this shape right here, goes right in here. You guys can see that. And it basically just goes straight in, straight down, like this, straight down into it. And you got to kind of wiggle it around a little bit to fit all these little pieces in and fold this little piece in right here. And that's it. So I realized you should probably put this down first, slide this little floater in, and then try to slide the rest in. Okay, now that we got that in, we're just going to put the 5 bolts back in here, and those are T25. So these are the bolts right here. See, it's a T25. When you take it out, you'll notice that it has a little bit of thread sealant on it. So you're going to want to clean that off first, apply some new thread sealant, and then put them back in. For me, I actually picked up this one right here. That's thread sealant. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, we're gonna clean it up, and then we'll come back and then we'll install it. The screws all cleaned up here, and so there actually is an assembly torque sequence. So we're torquing this too. So that's it right there. I don't know if you guys can see, it's kind of blurry. We're gonna torque these down to 40 to 45 inch-pounds. Once we do that, then we'll put it back on the bike, and then we'll start plugging everything back in. I'm just going to cinch them down and then torque them after. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to 40 to 45 inch-pounds. So I'm going to go maybe 43. So we're at 40 right there. And 1, 2, and 3. Let's go this one first. And 1, 2. There we go. All torqued down. Okay, now that the fuel pump is back on, before we put the tank back on, we just got to put these little protective covers on the little ends here of this tank. You may or may not have this on your bike. Okay, now the tank is going to go back on the bike. So, these are the tank bolts and acorn nuts that came off. They're both literally exactly the same length, same everything. The acorn is a 9/16 socket, and on the other end is a 5/16 hex. You can use a Allen too. I just happen to have 2 ratchets. So let's put it up. Okay, so with a little bit of blue Loctite on it, we're going to put the tank on, and we're going to do the front side first. Just let it slide in like that, and then drop the rear side down. Slide the bolts through. Don't forget the washer, and then a washer on the other side, and the acorn nut. So we're just gonna tighten this up lightly, not too tight just yet. Just keep it nice and loose because you're still gonna have to lift up the rear end to be able to plug in the fuel pump. Then what we're going to do is we got to find something to hold the rear of the tank up, so that way we can install the vent lines, the fuel lines, and then plug the fuel pump back into the connector. And my go-to is always my old Screaming Eagle street tuner box. Seems to fit perfectly. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to reattach the vent line, which is this one, and it goes right into there. And it just pushes straight on, just like that. And then we're going to attach the fuel line right here. And the way we do that is you got to push up on the collar and then push it straight in. that's in. And the last thing is you gotta put this connector back into here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It goes in right here. The connector goes right there, right underneath. It just plugs right in. It's just a 4-pin. And this part, the clip part of it actually goes to the top. So when you're taking it out, you're gonna want to lift this clip upward, this one right here, upward, and pull back. Okay. And push it in till you hear that click, and we're all good to go. Check all your connections, make sure everything is nice and tight and out of the way. And lastly, we're going to put the rear mounting bolt on. Okay, now we're just going to torque these down to 28 to 32 foot-pounds, and I'm going to cover the tank just in case, because I don't want to damage the tank that I just painted. So we're just going to throw some towel over it like that, and then we're just going to torque it down. And that's it. Tank is back on. Okay, now that we got the tank installed, what I'm going to do actually is I'm actually going to install the flush mount gas cap on here, because I actually bought that over the winter, and so we're going to do that now. So here it is right here. I'm going to install the flush mount gas cap in black on the tank. It looks a million times better than the one that Harley gives you. I don't know why they still use that chrome one. Nobody cares for that one. So let's open up and yeah, let's see how quick we can get this on. Okay, so here it is out of the package. Instructions. Let's see what we got here. The actual gas cap itself. This. And I'm assuming this is just the trim ring that goes around it. Yep, that's it. That will go on the tank like that, and then the gas cap will go inside it. Click down, tighten, and that's it. Okay, so in order to do this, we first put the gas cap in, tighten it all the way down till it clicks. Like that. Push it all the way down, rotate it like this, and then lock it in as if it's in a closed position. And then you put the trim ring around it, and you got to rotate the trim ring to find the flattest spot, because it's not always going to be flat depending on your gas tank. So as soon as you find the flattest spot, that's where you know that's where it needs to actually be lined up with the actual cap to be able to pop up and down without it actually hitting the trim ring. I found with mine that it actually sits the flattest when it is this piece that you removed that's covering the adhesive is at the bottom. So you're just going to want to push on it all the way around to make sure that it sits evenly flat on the tank. And that's it. And that's what it looks like with everything back on. The only thing I got to do now is put the seat back on and the main fuse back in it, and then fill it back up with gas and fire it up. Hopefully that helped you guys. You know, I'm not a professional teacher or anything, so hopefully that wasn't too confusing for you guys. I thought it might be easier to show you guys how to remove the tank plus the fuel pump with it already off, because I could show you guys all the components that actually go into that you're actually going to have to take off it. So hopefully that helped. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and see you in the next one. Peace.